everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Like Queen Lisa. Today is Friday, so you know what that means. My buddy, the one and only Clint Westwood, will be joining us. But first of all, grab something red, drink out of something red, put some red lipstick on, put on a red shirt. I don't care. Put on red flip-flops. I really don't care. But most of all, RED, remember everyone deployed. So cheers to you, our military friends and families that support them. We just couldn't do this without you. We're forever grateful. So cheers to a Red Friday. Be right back right after this.
Take possession of your hard assets and escape the vampire system.
Yes! Find your freedom by taking personal responsibility.
Welcome, Westwood.
Welcome, Westwood.
I got to tell you, the
world of
ladies,
Westwood.
the
Wow.
ladies, yes, and the ladies are in the chat. We got Aquarian done napping and Gloria are here.
Hey, it's Friday and the ladies have showed up. Westwood is in the building, baby.
And our
I'd like to
sweet
see it.
Be Remarkable as well. So welcome. I love it.
Welcome, ladies. All right, get my retweet the post and now I'm
Retweet
back.
the post. Yes, everyone take a second and give us a like, retweet the post, share the video, get us to add to our community, encourage them to jump in the live chat and say hi if you're watching right now in the live chat. We love to see
Westwood shirt.
You can put, I can barely see your Westwood shirt. You got to point it down a little bit. Oh, there you go. Westwood. I'm wearing my Greenwood shirt.
Greenwood.
So, funny enough, there's an entire neighborhood and area in Greenwood called Westwood. There's Westwood Baptist Church.
Amen.
There is Westwood like Road or something.
There's no Westwood whiskey in Greenwood, though.
Nope. That's
Nope.
not allowed.
Not allowed.
Not allowed. You will go, that's sinning. That's some
You go to
sinning.
Pokey.
That's some sinning talk. You talk like that.
Enter.
Bless your heart. I'll pray for you.
I'll pray for you.
I'll pray for you. Oh, Lord. Help us all.
Yeah, all that.
Help us all. Man, how has your week been?
Oh, just walking the boulevard of broken dreams, but that's all good.
Oh, God. That sounds sad.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I think there's been a lot of really good things. I think there's been some things that I have lots of questions about. I always have lots of questions. I did you see the Melania thing?
I haven't seen anything.
And the robot.
I've been
disconnected.
I'm leaving the world behind.
Hold on. Now I got to pull it up. So some people, there's a couple theories on this. Did they do this because, of course, the doomers are like, oh, the AI is taking over the world and even Melania is going to sell your children's soul to AI and blah, blah. And then there's some people who are saying, and they've done several videos of like side by side of C3P Joe.
C3P Joe?
Yeah, also known as Joe Biden, walking, and it looks just like the robot. And in fact, they even show the robot trying to walk. What is he walking through? It's when Joe like tripped in the sand. Oh, here's a video of Joe tripping in the sand. Hold on. I'll share this with you. Just to give, and it does look like when that bot, look how it trot
Mm-hmm.
to kind of regain. And the feet, see how the feet are?
Yeah. It does look like a robot would walk.
It looks like the robot.
Trying to keep its balance. Yeah, And there's your commander-in-chief, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so bizarre. See that little trot? That is not like old
It's
man
like
move.
it's like constantly recalibrating balance.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I wonder
Maybe you don't know.
if that's, I'm trying to, well, I'll take it off of screen for you guys so I don't cause you to get a headache. Yes, ADN seen the robot video. If I can find that one, I'll play that one because it's the easiest to show, but it's just weird. Is that more like disclosure, letting you figure it out for yourself? Here it is.
It's in your face.
Because no one's telling you this. You're seeing this for yourself. Can you see that? I know it's kind of small on your
I
end.
can see it. I can see it. What she said.
Lord have mercy. Men are all the same. I don't know where everyone is. I don't know. Oh, it's spring break for
You
a lot.
better not be on my channel because there's no comment, no chat going on over there. So if you're on the Westwood channel, you need to jump over to the lovely Litecoin Lisa's channel. That's where all the people are.
Streaming both places. So we would appreciate you to give us a like on both. I don't know. Are they on spring break? That's a great question. Where is everybody? They're probably stuck in a TSA line, right?
That could be. Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Getting detained by ICE.
Well, ICE is just handing out ice and water. I mean, they're just there handing out drinks.
The local airport here said that we're accepting gift cards up to $20 for TSA agents because they haven't been paid in something like, I don't know, a month, 40 days.
41 days or something.
41 days?
Yeah,
Okay.
40 something days. Yeah. No, not my problem. And since when do we pay people? Like, okay, so why isn't the airport paying them? If it's so critical, why doesn't the individual airport pay them instead of asking the community
I just say, come on in. Come on through.
Come
on.
Westwood.
Have a great day. Have a great day.
41 is Oz. Yes, 41 is King. 41 is Oz. Good point. Which I think Trump just signed something to get them paid again, which I was kind of disappointed in because I was really hoping that kind of regulation is going away. But I guess he has to leave it there so we can all sue them for violating our constitutional rights.
Imagine that.
I don't know. Might be an idea.
Right. What happens? Are we going to go? We're going to have that full Edgar Casey awakening moment like we talked about last week, and people just say, I'm done. Just done. Changing it up. We're changing it up. We're just not playing games anymore. Just done with this.
I think so.
I'm kind of there.
So, and maybe that's the reasoning for the Donald Trump dollars. So have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw it. They talked about it this morning about thumbs up. There it is. Signing the I think the first president ever to sign, sitting president to sign a bill.
Did I get a thumbs up just now? Is that
yes, you got a thumbs up right there. It was a little white one.
I can't see this stuff.
It was a little white glove. You got balloons earlier.
So this is what the boys said this the other day on WBRT. They were like, you were getting balloons and thumbs ups and all this stuff. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because if I'm on another screen scrolling in the background, it looks like I'm looking at you, but I can't see anything.
Got it. Yeah, you got balloons earlier, and then you got a big white glove thumbs up.
Here just now?
Just now.
Tonight?
Just now, yes. That's already happened. Two things have happened.
Okay, hold on. DJT. Oh, maybe if I say Trump signature. There is a lot of misinformation about the signature thing going around, I will say. So people are saying it's replacing the Treasury signature. It is not replacing the Treasury. It will be alongside the Secretary Treasury signature, is what is the true statement. But it did make me think, because I had Sean ask me, he's like, oh, Lisa, what do you think why would they be doing this? And I said, well, could it be? So there's, a couple theories going around there, but I wonder if it's to create I do thrifting, vintage, whatever. Is it to make the dollars that they're printing right now, because we're in the transition of the dollar dying? Now, note that, just one side note, these notes are coming out of the Treasury, not the Fed. They are Treasury notes, which Judy Shelton talked about a couple of years ago. I just had, now I got to ask Bix.
Got an epiphany.
I had an epiphany. When Bix says, because I've asked him before, people have talked about revaluing gold.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, it's not going to be revalued. But will the dollar be revalued?
Yeah, because if it's an actual dollar.
Right.
I mean, if it comes out of the Treasury, because Kennedy had some of those red seal notes. I think they were U.S. notes, and not Federal Reserve notes.
Silver certificates, or
that was before that. But Treasury. No, he had like $2 bills and $5 bills, I think, that came out of the Treasury during his administration.
Interesting.
Which wouldn't be debt based at that point, I wouldn't think, because it's coming out of the Treasury.
So it could be exchanged for that amount of.
Yeah, it just depends what's backed by, I guess.
It would be backed by the Treasury.
Yeah, right. It's backed by the government as opposed to the Fed debt monster.
Okay. Well, so my other thought was, with my thrifting, vintage, whatever, are they trying to create a collectible of some kind? So, because it's not worth shit right now. And the Dixie is going down, unfortunately. Yeah. But it's part of bringing back manufacturing, all that. But then to create a collectible for this historic time in our nation and the world, that it would have those signatures on it. And so then people wouldn't lose their butt for having physical paper or cash, because in the future you'd be able to exchange those, like the junk silver now, or those silver certificates, or those, what were you calling them? Treasury certificates, the
treasury note, or a treasury.
Yeah, treasury notes.
Yeah. We'll have to see what it looks like when it comes out. I would think if it comes out of the Treasury, it has to be backed by money in the Treasury, whereas the Fed, it's just a
magic money.
It's just a debt note. I mean, really, it gets created out of the sin of debt.
Yeah. And what happens when there's a death to debt? It goes away.
Gets discharged.
It gets discharged. Yeah.
Currency discharged. Electrical references.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gets grounded.
That's definitely my thought about, like, if we're having the death of the corporation of the USA, then
I sure hope so.
Well, that debt would go with it.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just print money out of the Treasury and say, this is what we're going to do, and all that other stuff. And it's not my problem.
Yeah. Those are rules for typewriters. We don't operate in that world anymore.
Right. Not my doing.
Kind of crazy.
It was all conceived in fraud anyway, so,
Okay, here's another history bit, and I'm sure you know this, so I'm curious what your thoughts are about this. I watched, and I think it was a Professor Clements video that talked about the history of our currency. And, we all know about Jekyll Island in 1913 and the federal banks and all that kind of stuff. But he went back to like 18, I want to say 20, but that might be too much.
Okay.
18 something, maybe 1870. I can't remember. I apologize. But he talked about that when we left England, it wasn't so much for religious persecution. It was also for taxation and trading and free trade. And once we established here in America, we created our own currencies that were like constitutional currency, or what did they call them? Crap. I'm sorry. I had a really...
The continental?
Was it continental currency? That sounds
mean,
right.
we used that at some point, and then what was it? It's
I think that was in the 1800s.
yeah, I think
But
it got
then
inflated up.
the British refused to accept it. And they
Okay.
said, no, 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 you must pay us in the pound sterling. And so that's what we revolted against. And that's what caused like the Revolutionary War.
Could be. I don't know. I have to brush up on the history on that.
Okay. I thought you were
I
like, yes,
know.
I already knew that.
No.
Why didn't you ask me before? It was so interesting. I'm sure that's a video that I added to the Telegram group, which is free. Anyone can join, jump in there, and we have a bunch of community members that share a bunch of interesting stuff. I don't condone or support everything that's put on there. I will say only the things I add. And I might thumbs up some of the other ones, but some of them are not my cup of tea because they like XRP or they think it's flat earth or whatever. But, everyone's free to think whatever they want.
We just need to get along and love each other and accept each other for our differences and realize, hey, we're on the same team with common goals, and let's not let the little things distract us.
Yes. Yes. I agree. There's Mitch in the chat. We missed you, Mitch. Yeah. So that's kind of, I've just been eating up really some interesting information and
Devouring knowledge.
I'm also working on a little secret project that I'm so excited about. I'm very excited about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't wait to share with everybody. But
sounds exciting.
It is very exciting. I will be sharing, probably our goal is to launch or share somewhere around mid-April. So I'm super excited.
It's coming up. You got like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Really.
Or less.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be fine. Everything works out on the timeline the way it needs to work out.
Well, and that's where when everybody does their part on a project, it's really cool to see it all kind of come together. And yeah, very cool. So tell us about, so you will go to these, oh, here's a picture of the currency. Okay, before we move on, because I want to know about the coin show recently that you went to and kind of what the feel was and all that. But this is allegedly, I am just sharing something I found on the Twitter bot.
It's the first $1 billion bill. It's got my face on it.
Yeah.
$1 billion, gold, gilded. It's better than a what do you call those? Goldback.
This must not be right and the only reason I say that is it says Federal Reserve Note, Federal Victory Note, and these are supposed to be written out of the Treasury specifically. I will also say that this says Trump and Vance on it, and I read that it would be Trump and the Treasury Secretary. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody just decided to,
the AI
get some clicks.
Yeah. Oh, and God bless Donald Trump, not America. Yeah. This is not real. Okay. Well,
no. They just took the $100 bill and AI'd it up.
Lord,
I know. You don't know what to believe anymore, do you?
No. And that's
really
the other thing with the coin show. How can you tell? Because I heard there's a bunch of Chinese fake silver and gold flooding the markets. So in the thrifting business, there is a lot of glass that comes in. Like when jadeite got really popular, there was tons of Chinese jadeite coming in, including Pioneer Woman, and she did some crap, but you could tell, but with the gold and the silver coming from China, that somehow I guess it's some kind of mix or alloy. Is that?
That's usually what happens, because for a long time you had some fake gold bars that had tungsten in the middle of them, and tungsten's very similar to the weight of gold, and it's hard to tell. But I mean, if you're taking 50% tungsten in the middle and then covering it with 50% gold, well, you're doubling your money. With silver, I'm not sure what they use in there as far as the alloy. But they have what's called a Sigma device that you.
Stop it. That's what I thought he was talking about the comms that the White House has been putting off about the
Oh
ping.
yeah, see, there you go.
Okay, so
Let's
we'll go
talk
there
about it.
next. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they've got like a Sigma device, where you can set the coin on it and set 999 or 9999 or 925, and then it'll tell you if it's a legit coin.
And
So some dealers, they check them all.
it makes a ping, or a pinger
Well,
is
he's got Kent's got a little pinger that, and then the frequency of it, he's got an app that will tell you if it's fake or not. It's a more simplistic way of doing it, but there's a higher tech device, a Sigma device that you can set the coin on top of, and then type in what it's supposed to be. So like a silver eagle should be 999 pure or 0.999, and so you stick it on there and it'll show a range, and if it's out of range, then it's like, wait a minute, this thing's not right. So you can check the coins that way, and you can do it with gold too.
So it was right before that one. The White House put out a post, and it showed a phone and a satellite. And then when you listen to it, here it is. Hold on. When you listen to it, this was the first of the weird ones. Wait a minute. And it pings. See how the phone and the little, oh, that's not a satellite. Or maybe that's a satellite. Speaker with one sound wave, phone. And it's the ping. And some people were like, oh my God, the EBS is coming. Which he did say he's waiting 10 days to whatever for Iran. But then they started posting all these weird pixel things. And some people are saying that's him getting ready to push the button. Kind of looks like he's holding a Coke here.
Yeah.
It's me, but who knows? And then there's more.
Survey says.
Yes. Coca-Cola. Opening day vibes yesterday. And then they start talking about the shutdowns. Then there's more of these. And here he's got the purple tie on, clearly a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
The wave and the hat. And so people were saying these are PNGs. Ping.
Oh, yeah, type of image, a PNG image.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then they did this one and said, shh. And those look like house plans. Like a new White House.
It's going to be in Florida.
The
second White House.
Soon, something new. Yeah. So it's just interesting to watch these little comms. Then it's been all about the farmer. So anyway, so the ping, when our friend Crypto Experiences by St. Jerome, if you're not following him, go watch him on YouTube. He was talking about Sigma pinger. I thought that's what he was talking about, is the ping. But you're saying that's a test.
Yeah, well, you can do a little ping. There's a Sigma machine, but he's got like a Sigma pinger to where it's a lot more affordable. To where you hold the coin in like a rubber tweezer type thing, and then you go ping, and then it puts off a frequency, and then you've got an app on your phone that will measure the frequency and tell you if it's silver,
if it's true.
Yeah, gold. Or
so could that be lending or nodding at an audit, Fort Knox audit, or silver audit?
I mean, testing the validity of a frequency. I mean, I guess maybe
testing the frequencies.
Frequency of the metal.
Interesting.
If you want to take it there, I guess it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a Sigma device is what they call it when they test the metals. They use a Sigma device.
That's really interesting.
Here.
So what have you seen? Because you just went, and even though silver was up to as much as over $100 or close to $100, it's now in the 70s.
Yeah, at the show, I think it closed last Friday around 68.50, and so that's what it was at the show. There's a lot of action. I mean, I saw a lot of people buying, selling. Did not see a lot of people having silver eagles, a lot of different other kinds of silver, gold, of course. But I didn't, there's not a lot of eagles on the market. I don't see a lot of those for sale. I don't think a lot of people have them right now.
Mm.
And they're wanting a little bit of a premium for them still. And but no, there was a lot of foot traffic early on, and I mean, so there were a lot of people there. You saw some kids there, which is good. I mean, I like to see that because you see the parents, and then there was actually a teacher there. He's like, "Oh, I just tell my students, to meet me. I'm going to be there at a certain time." And then,
That's so cool.
when he's up at the tables, he'll say, "That's a steel penny. That was made in the war because they needed other material." He's educating the kids and stuff.
I love it.
Yeah, so that was kind of neat to see. But yeah, it was pretty well attended. I wasn't sure what to expect. But yeah, there's quite a few people there, people
That's
wanting to buy, and so
That's kind of exciting to see the interest. As people are
they
looking.
should be buying. It's on sale.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost half the price that it peaked at. So,
And we know that's manipulation. I was watching Bix today, and he was talking about, how much like is just contracts and how much is actual physical there at the COMEX, and they're down to like 70 million ounces.
it's going to run out at some point.
And he said it's leaving at a rate of 2 to 3 million a day,
Yeah,
which
so
leaves
it
us
gives you a
30.
couple months, 3 months at the most.
Well, no, 2 to 3 million a day. So
Yeah.
if you've got 70, you're
Yeah, so 2
a
months at the
month and a
most, maybe
2
over a
months.
month.
Yeah, at the most. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, what you going to do when that happens?
yeah. And that's when he was talking in the thousands. That's when it not, and once again, not that silver revalues,
Right.
but that we understand the value of silver.
Correct.
And the dollar is the one that's going to be
Yeah.
revalued, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really it. I mean, because it's supposed to be, I mean, a dollar's worth of silver is a dollar's worth of silver. If you get a Morgan silver dollar, there's a certain amount of silver in it. That's $1 worth of silver. Silver should be, that amount of silver should be $1. But the
Okay.
problem is, since they printed so many Federal Reserve notes, which aren't dollars, it
Mhm.
takes so many more Federal Reserve notes to buy the true dollar. Because I don't know, what is it, 0.78 ounces of silver in a dollar, something like that. There's so many grains of
33
silver.
grains or what?
Yeah, it's defined. I mean, but that's what a dollar is. A dollar is so many grains of silver. That's why it was in a Morgan silver dollar, a peace dollar. I mean, those silver
Right.
coins. That's what a dollar. It's supposed to be worth $1. It's pegged to the dollar. Well, they've destroyed the dollar, and they're on the Federal Reserve System, and so we don't use dollars anymore.
Yes.
So that's why you pay $20 for a Washington quarter that's 90%. 20 Federal Reserve
I know
notes.
somebody said the new $5 bill, and they showed a 1940s. I don't know if it was a quarter or something.
Yeah, a dime, Roosevelt dime.
Yeah.
From 1964.
The new $5. These were the ones I got back in change at the hospital a couple weeks ago. Let's see. One of them has James
Madison.
Monroe on it. I know. Sorry, I took long enough. And they're kind of a golden color. And they say $1 on the back with the lady, and we use that term loosely, Liberty. And then I have a George Washington one as well, and they're kind of that yellow gold color.
Yeah, the Mint came out with a bunch of presidential dollars, a whole series of them, to where they were collectibles that are worth dollar face value, and that's what those are.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. Be
I didn't
interesting.
realize they circulated much, though.
Well, it was a convenience
Yeah.
thing
Mhm.
in the lobby of the ER.
Worth $1.
Oh man. So Crypto Experiences says the Royal Mint sent out fake sovereigns. That was some of the other news I was hearing, not just China flooding our markets, but that actually the Royal Mint sent out fake. How is that even a thing?
how do you, yeah, how does that even happen? Because that's what the mints are there for, to verify weights, measures, and I mean, you got a mint, you mine a bunch of gold, you take it to the mint, and they make coins out of it and stamp it, and that way okay, I got an ounce of gold now, it's spendable. Everybody knows what it is, instead of the hunk of gold, you got to weigh it and think, yeah, that's like, you might as well just end it.
I
I
don't
mean, if
know.
your government mint
Right.
can't even get it
The
right,
validation mechanism.
nothing
Yeah.
matters anything anymore.
Well, and there was also a story, and I don't know if it was the same mint, where a bunch of employees did like where they do a bad strike or
Yeah,
something to make them like a rare coin.
yeah.
And they loaded up, they printed a bunch of bad ones and then loaded them up, saved them all for themselves,
Oh, so they
and
could
had
sell
them
them on the
shipped
market.
out
And
in the gas tank of cars or something crazy. I don't know. There was some crazy story. I'm just like,
this is what happens, though, when you have corruptible money, when you have a system that just creates money, it just breeds corruption throughout the entire system.
mhm,
I mean, when you're not paid for your wages and your energy in a sound form of money that holds that money over time, that holds that value over time, that's where, you can buy the same thing today as tomorrow is today. I mean, it just breeds just corruption. I mean, the money is at the core of all of it. I mean, it really is. It's
mhm.
just, when you have unsound money, you're basically robbing people of their energy. You're devaluing people's energy. So they're going to say, well, if you're going to screw me like that, I'm going to find ways to screw you back. And so it's an immoral system, really. I
It's
mean, it's just completely immoral, and it creates immorality when you have money that doesn't work and it doesn't hold value. And so look where we're at.
mhm,
I mean, society's screwed up. I mean,
to say the least. Yeah. Um, oh, well, I can give you a estimate, but
what are we
uh,
estimating?
I can help you with
$5.
that. $5 Kennedy silver certificate. I bet Kent or Westwood would be able to tell you how much
I
that's.
have to look it up, because it tends to be more collectible. It may be a silver certificate, but I don't think they redeem them for silver anymore.
So they have more value just like as a
It's tough. Yeah, it's probably more collectible than
collectible
anything.
item.
People will pay you for it. I don't know what they'd go for. I'm not really not into the currencies and what values
Okay.
there are.
You're
But at
new.
some point, it should have been $5 worth of silver,
Yeah.
and which means 5 silver coins. Roughly 3.5 ounces of silver or something. I don't know, 3 ounces.
Okay.
So yeah, at one point you could take a silver certificate to the bank and get
So
a
probably low
silver
end,
dollar.
they're looking at 70 times 3 is 2,100 or $210. Um, plus, and that would be like low end because if it has additional collectible value, then the collectors would probably put value above that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, since they don't redeem it for the metal anymore, it's
Can't
it's
redeem
going to
it.
have to be the collectability and the historical significance of it.
See,
So,
this is why I think they're putting DJT's name on it
okay.
because it will be a bridge for people that got stuck with these paper nothingness during this lie. And they'll be able to at least have some collectibles that they can sell on eBay or whatever
There we go.
with his signature
It's
on
like a
them.
physical NFT.
Yeah, literally.
There you go.
I
Well, it
don't
will be collectible because it's going to be a short run. I can't
know.
imagine it's going to be a permanent thing. It's probably just for the 250th anniversary,
Yeah.
I would think. And I think that in '76, because that was 50 years ago, they did, the 200-year anniversary, and you see the bicentennial on the back of quarters and half dollars.
Yeah.
So they changed the money then. And I think they issued them in '75 and '76, but it still had '76 on it. 1976 to 19 or 1776 to 1976. So they may run it into 2027 too. I'm not sure how the run will be, how
Yeah.
long they circulate them, but at some point they'll be out of circulation. And so, there'll be collectability to it.
Yeah. I'm excited because I feel like it is a move towards, if nothing less, it is a move out of the Fed and into the Treasury and introducing the Treasury
Well, that's
um,
what needs to
to
happen.
the people or reintroducing, I guess.
Yeah, we did, the money needs to come out of the treasury. I mean, we got to quit this debt spending crap. I mean, it just needs to be what we make in tariffs and taxes and levies, import duties, whatever it is, all that stuff. I mean, we need to go old school the way we used to, and that's how the government makes money. What you have is what you have. It goes into the treasury, and that's it. And then you issue sound money out of the treasury. This Fed thing has been an experiment of failure, but it's a major success for the people that created it, because now we have the medical industrial complex, the military industrial complex, the educational industrial complex. I mean, we've got all these things that have done nothing but decimate humanity in America and around the world. It's spread all over the place. So it's all got to change. It's immoral. I mean, that's it. It's immoral.
It is immoral.
It just is.
So I'm trying to think where that's going to go. I mean, I guess we'll find out where it's going to go. I'm always wondering if I can
pay with Litecoin, pay with silver.
Yeah, but
find people that accept it, and you can build your own communities.
Yes, building your own communities and finding those opportunities for barter, and that really changes the game. And it also makes people start valuing, like looking at their time different. There was another thing that happened this week. Someone I know had an eBay credit card.
Okay.
And a while back, eBay shut down using American Express. This has been a couple of years or a year or two ago. I don't know, a while back. Well, now they shut down their own credit card, their own eBay card, and said, if you qualify for something new or something, I don't know. But so the person got on and looked at the account, because they saw that you can no longer use your eBay credit card, because you could also use it at other stores or whatever. It's just like a Visa, MasterCard.
Just can't use it on eBay.
Well, you can't use it at all. So they said they're shutting it down. You can't use it at all. Then you go in to look at your account, and it's zeroed out.
Even the debt?
There's no balance.
Man, if I would have known that, I would have gotten one and run it up.
Well, this is my conundrum. When you don't have a bunch of debt, I'm like, everybody's gonna get their debt forgiven. And here I am sitting here suffering because I don't have debt. But that's okay. It's all right. Karma will repay me in a wonderful way.
That's it. You'll be richly rewarded in heaven.
That's right. Okay. Great. Where everything's provided and you don't need anything.
Yeah, it's like.
But I wonder if anybody watching this, if you have an eBay card, and if you log in and see, has your debt gone away? Oh.
Yeah, interesting.
It'll be interesting. I would love to hear.
Yeah. Let's get some feedback on that.
I know. I'm curious. Nobody's
no more buy it now.
Yeah. They're like, I'm not telling.
Right.
Oh man.
Not saying a word.
Yeah. Wasn't me. That's true. As our good friend Polly P says.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Oh, see, a friend says, Aquarian Appin says, okay, but I would challenge you to log on now. Yes, you used to get a bill, but I would challenge you to log on and see what your balance is like today-ish.
Right now.
Yeah. Because Trump has been pointing to Easter for a long time. Easter has been the timeline. He had an Orthodox priest up there.
This country needs a resurrection.
It needs some salvation for sure.
Amen.
Amen. And Wayne, don't do that. He said he's doing that. Don't do that. Watch Bix. No one should be doing that, because you have a moral compass that doesn't allow you to participate
do not speak of
in their satanic system. Anyway, yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Well, Wayne distracted me. What was I talking about? I totally forgot.
That's how my mind works. Once it's off the topic, it's gone. It's like bounce here, bounce there, bounce there, and there.
Yes.
Rewind it.
This year is just crazy. Yeah. I think it'll be interesting. I am looking forward to the Westwood meetup in June.
Bam! Less than 3 months.
Oh my gosh. Well, and I was doing my calendar for homeschool. Ignore the greasy spot. My husband put his coffee cup on there. Maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm
It's
like,
easier to blame him. He's not on the show.
he's
right
not
now.
here, so and he's not listening in the chat, so I can blame him.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, April, May, and I was like, oh my God! I started working on June. I was like,
Yeah, like-
oh my gosh, we're so close.
I know.
We're
Time's just clicking away.
It is.
It's gonna be the biggest, the greatest, the best,
We're like
Westwood
2.5
ever.
months away, though.
This will be the 14th meetup.
That's crazy.
Can you believe that? 14. Remember the first one? We're all just
Yes.
like, okay, we're showing up. What are we doing?
Yep. Now, what are we doing?
Just sitting on picnic tables, trying to find our way into that room in there.
At least they didn't burn the couch. I really thought they were going to burn the couch.
I burned it eventually.
I know you did eventually.
Yeah, but not during the meetup. Yeah, we had the couch sitting out there.
Yeah, out on the
Sitting on a
lawn.
couch.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great week.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've got to come up one extra time in between somehow so that I can make up for the one I missed.
You know where to find me.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not like I go too many places.
yeah.
Got to get the car to start, and then maybe I can go.
Oh, which one? Well, you can always ride the scooter. You know.
Yeah, I have to actually kick start it or hook up a battery to it to start it
Oh,
because the little batteries just don't last long and they just die.
oh, that makes sense.
They're just junk.
Yeah,
Never find a good one.
yeah.
Well, I usually hook a car battery up to it and then start it, and then I can ride. And then after it's running for a while, it's easier to kickstart if it dies.
You know, that makes me think of
It's
Trump's.
hard to kickstart and flip flops. I'm telling you.
I can imagine. That's quite a skill. Trump's had, and people, you know, they're talking about this war thing, which I don't want to get into too much, but they were saying Trump said that he's going to make sure that the flow of energy doesn't stop to the world. He never said oil.
Yeah, flow of energy.
It's kind of like when he talked about the
That could be anything. It could be
the
money, that could be power, it could be oil, it could be
liquid natural gas. It could be
anything.
the
Could-
Tesla
Could be the
energy.
spirit of humanity.
Yeah. Us, we are the energy.
We are the energy ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I love all the word salad stuff to pick apart. So,
The flow of energy.
and there's some other stuff that I want to tell you guys. So it's hard
Flow.
for me.
It's my grits.
I know. Oh,
Have other things to do we can't speak of, huh?
I know. And it's making me crazy. I am also excited. A lot of people, bigs don't.
Can you talk about it in spaces?
Probably,
Probably.
yes. I would
Okay.
think maybe parts of it.
All right. Well, maybe can drop some innuendos and we can put the pieces together, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm just very excited about it. But the other thing that's kind of rolling out, and bigs don't be mad at me, but people that believe in Nicera Jacera, it is all based on making the farmers whole, or that's kind of the first wave is making the farmers whole. And there's like tons of all these farmer posts today on White House, including this one, which is like the little victory gardens. He's coming out of his front doors and his farm is in his front yard. Make f***ing great again.
MIFGA.
You had to go there.
MF gay.
Oh, I don't think that's a goal, but it makes me wonder, like, you know, because my mom is so happy gardening. It makes her so happy. And we've all gotten, oh, that's what I was going to play that video that I sent you of
Oh yeah.
Prince.
The symbol.
Who sent that to me?
Wasn't me.
I know. I'm trying to think. Oh, I think it was one of my homeschool moms. Lord. Hold on. It's going to take me a minute. Oh, no. I know what I can do. I can go back to where I sent it to you.
There you go.
Wait, Prince, just wait on me. Do not be talking till I share. Oh, it is showing you guys. Okay. See, I can't tell what you're seeing or whatever. So this is really interesting.
Television and take on all the problems of the world. I don't think the body's equipped for that. There should be just a day the TV just goes off. Maybe a week the TV just goes off. What's so bad about that? In time, we're going to find out that all of the media is a misconception. Anytime you place your life outside of yourself, you're going to suffer grave consequences.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. And the prize is the soul.
That's a very, so if you watch, we watched the Matrix years ago. Yep. But then my husband's like, hey, let's watch it again. And you watch it. And I did not remember this, but it says that AI took over the world.
Imagine that.
It literally says.
What was that, 25 years ago or something?
Well, and that's what I think when we all watched it, we didn't know what AI was really.
No, we're kind of like,
or what it is now, presenting as now. It wasn't that in our mind. It was, Rosie the robot going to make your dinner or something.
Right, right.
And now it's actual, gaining intelligence and thinking and healing itself and whatever, correcting itself. And in the Matrix movie, they literally are farming humans to be human batteries so that AI can continue to live and grow and whatever.
Yeah, harvesting real energy.
The heat, yes, the heat of our body and the humans. And then here's the other creepy part. When you die, they feed you to the other humans that are still alive. And for whatever reason, Oklahoma
green is humans.
Yes.
They give it
for whatever reason. Movie. So Oklahoma just passed a law to liquefy people for a form of cremation. What is wrong?
Liquefy.
Liquefy.
And what is done with the liquid?
Yes, JB, that's my point. That's what I'm talking about. He's saying, hello, Lisa, Matrix 1 showed us that. I'm like, yes, dude, I just said that. It's just kind of crazy to watch these things,
And it goes back to that they are harvesting our energy, and overtly, physically, spiritually, energetically, they are harvesting it. They harvest it through the money because they steal your energy through the money. They're doing it physically in ways that we will not talk of.
Right.
But liquefaction, what happens to that? They hook you up to machines at some point.
Well, here's the other thing. On WBRT, IAM showed us a video where they have 3D printed a fly's mind. And that 3D printed fly started behaving like a fly because it had the mapping, the programming. But, and then we got into this whole conversation of, but does it have a soul? Well, I don't know if a fly has a soul anyway, but the new one, the cloned one, I think we all kind of agreed no.
I would say no, because the whole idea of a soul is that it comes from a creator that's beyond us, a God that created us. You can't replicate it. They've tried it. Go read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Throughout history, humans have always tried this stuff, and we've always had lessons to where it blows back in our face and destroys things. We're not going to change that. You cannot violate the natural order of things because you think you're smart, because you just don't have the tools to be able to do it. So no, it doesn't have a soul. It
Well,
won't
and
have a
that's where
soul
like the
because you can't
sentient,
give it a soul.
yeah, the sentient part of humanity, if we're all part of the collective consciousness,
Mhm.
we only exist as the collective consciousness. You can't like 3D print a new one
No.
in there, even if it has an
No.
antenna for the soul. I
Doesn't
guess
matter.
one of the arguments was that it has an antenna, the brain or the DNA structure was like the antenna for the soul to then gravitate to the 3D printed.
Mhm. Go
Um,
watch Ex Machina, Ex Machina, Ex Machina. Go watch that movie. That kind of gives you. That's another sci-fi movie that it's blends and bleeds and blurs the line of human and robot, but they don't have souls. You'll find that out when they knife you. I mean, when they slit you, and it's. I mean, humans do that too, but I mean, but it's you just can't. That's what separates us.
yeah.
That's what separates us. We have the spark of God in us.
Mhm.
A robot can't do that. We can't give that to a robot. I mean, we can
Right.
make it appear as such and make it as close as possible and react as a human being and predict what to do and the motions and that kind of stuff, but it will not have a soul.
It might
It
walk.
just it won't have a soul.
It doesn't have a soul. Yeah.
No. And that's the key distinction. Why do you think there's this war in the heavens and hell over us? Why do they care about us? Because
Well,
we have
that's
souls.
what Prince was saying is it's
Yeah.
not that using the computer or AI or whatever is bad or good, but there is this spiritual war
Mhm.
and it's for our souls.
That's
And
what it is.
Laura Logan did I love her. She did a interview and she said, why does this evil want to hurt children? Like that's so many people's questions. Like it's not even like a sexual thing. It's a harming a child thing. And they love that because their whole being is to hurt God.
That's
And
it.
so what way could you
That's it.
hurt God but hurt his children?
Exactly. Hurt his creation. Hurt that
Yeah.
thing that he has put himself into. And so the more you hurt more of that, that's how they defy. I was talking yesterday to somebody about Paradise Lost, John Milton. It's a very famous poem, 1600s, I think. And he tells the story of the devil, Lucifer.
Yeah.
And then there's a quote in there where Lucifer says, "It's better to rule in hell than serve in heaven." And so that's the mentality. It's like, I don't care. I will never ever obey. I will never ever serve. I would rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. So
Wow.
it's just that defiance. It's just that ultimate ego, that defiance of just, you can't control me and I will do everything I can to defy you.
Yeah.
And that's the spirit that you have running through these people. They don't care. I want to destroy everything you've created. And you see that with people. I want to destroy you and I don't care. That's a spirit that runs through humanity, and it's bad. I mean, it's just not good. It's not the most important thing in this world is that you tend to your soul. You are responsible for that. So you have to make decisions based on that, no matter what. That's the only thing you should be most worried about is tending to your soul.
Because we are in a spiritual warfare. So when
Because it is, right? 100%.
Uncle Cliff said years ago about his dad, and his dad ended up getting like some kind of award in the military because he made the guys take off their night vision goggles because they used to have red lenses, and the red lenses allowed them to see spirits, or should I say, maybe they're demons, maybe they're, and if somebody says demons, then I say, well, if you're going to accept demons, then you have to say
Angels.
that angels are true too.
Right.
But he's talking about, they're asking him about UFOs, and he's supposedly going into Area 51 and he's going to declass everything, and which apparently nothing's in 51, but it's in lots of other places like Diego Garcia and things like that.
Yeah.
But he says, I don't think they're aliens. I really think they're demons.
Trust me, I'm obsessed with this. I've already had a couple of times where I'm like, all right, we're going to Area 51. We're going out to New Mexico. We're going to sort of get to the bottom of this. And then the timing of the trip just didn't work out. But trust me, anybody who's curious about this, I'm more curious than anybody. And I've got 3 years of the very, very tippy top of the classification.
Top.
I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Okay, so you haven't been to Area 51 yet?
Not
Okay.
yet.
Some
Not
people
yet.
say they keep the UFOs in Ohio. You know, they might,
Yeah, Hangar
right
18, Hangar 18,
right
right?
under your nose the whole time.
I've heard that as well, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we're waiting for it. We saw
And you know me.
aliens.gov. We saw
You know me.
aliens.gov.
I don't think they're aliens. I think they're demons anyway, but that's a longer discussion.
Well, I can't let you go without a follow-up.
So right there. It's very interesting. And what a spiritual awakening that would be to start having those kind of conversations.
Yeah.
That
More UFO rollout, but he's taking it to another level.
yeah. But
And that's the whole thing. I mean, there are so many. Don't even get me started on Sasquatches, but I mean, and the orbs and the portals and all the things. But I mean, it's all. There's so much that they've covered up and so much that they're hiding that but it's all a spiritual battle. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It really is. That's what it all comes down to. And that's why I say the most important thing is you better tend to your soul and know that that's the most important thing in this journey that you've got on this planet. So
and
it's
they're
up to you, and it's all a choice. Everything is a choice. You go back to the beginning of time. It's like, COVID was a choice. I mean, you didn't have to do it. You could lose your job. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people said,
it's a choice. I mean,
choose.
you realize it's my soul. I'm going to make a choice that's for me to be damned with the consequences because I have to be true to me. And no matter what the choice is, you have to be true to yourself because you're the only one responsible for your soul. Can't blame your preacher. Can't blame your spouse. I mean, you can't blame anybody else except you. It's you.
Well, and indecision or lack of action is a choice as well.
It is.
So everyone had every opportunity and did make a choice.
Yep.
And
I don't begrudge anybody for their choices because I make my own choices.
I hope they either had the awakening that they needed or whatever benefit. I hope all of us had whatever benefit that we needed from that choice come out of that.
Correct. Because I made bad choices, but I've learned from those choices. And that's made me a better person because of those bad choices. And so you've got to look at it that way. You can't just wallow and say, woe is me. I'm so stupid. Why did I make these? Oh, I've ruined my life. And it's like, no, you didn't. I mean, I'm not going to get into, the whole
I
thing.
know. But we can get into it more tonight.
Yeah, exactly. That's the spaces talk. But it's like, again, that is the most important thing. You can't blame your minister, because, well, he steered me wrong. And it's like, yeah, he might have. But the thing is, did you actively try to or did you just willfully, just say, oh, that's the way it is?
But
and,
that's
when you know it's wrong. And if you don't know it's wrong, that's different. But if you know it's not right and you say, well, he said that, it's like you gotta trust yourself. That's what I always say.
Of someone else's behavior, and you're not taking personal responsibility, so you can never be free.
No,
so the only way to be free is to take personal responsibility for your.
I don't care. I'm doing what I think is right in my heart and my soul, and that's it.
Yes,
I'm responsible for me.
Amen, Westwood. Well, now that Grace has said, I'm going to go have dinner. And I love all of y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate all of you in the chat. You can go to clintonwestwood.net for great resources on crypto education and reaching out to other people in the community. You can go to likecoinlisa.net to learn more about how you can connect with me. I would appreciate you guys, any of you, and I know several of you in the chat, do support me on Patreon, and I'm forever grateful for that. Please send me any messages. You can direct message me there and questions there. And we've got something coming soon where we're going to have a little more opportunity to interact. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. But I will see you guys tonight on the chat with the whole fam. I hope everybody can make it. Jump in, even if you're late jumping in, or if you can only stay for a little bit. You don't have to be there for the whole thing. It's kind of a come and go kind of thing. But there's some great people in there, and they share.
Not the gas station in the Midwest.
No.
The come and go.
Not the come and go. Yeah. But had jokes. All right. we're going to head out and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks everybody for watching. Much love.
Basis.
Bye.
America's not the government, people. The America is you. It is the Grand fucking Canyon, the Rocky Mountains, the deserts of the Southwest, the Pacific fucking Ocean, the Atlantic fucking Ocean. It is the grandest continent. And what the fuck have you people done? You have turned yourself into sheep, every goddamn one of you.
Take possession of your hard assets and escape the vampire system.
Yes, find your freedom by taking personal responsibility.